kind of let's hop into it. What were some of your big wins? You can talk learning experiences if you want. What do you expect for kind of, the next quarters to come, and we can kind of take it from there.
Yeah, I think Jason, the whole world is sort of shut down with this pandemic, but it really just opened the door to some great opportunities for us. So we had Jody Guthrie come on, who we're going to interview here soon, and she's been amazing. Like, I always fancied myself as a bit of a salesman until you see a real sales pro doing it. So, she's left this old farmer from Alberta in the dust, and she's ramped us up, brought us to a new level. So we now have 200 salespeople out there that are properly prepped. They have their manuals, they have their pricing, and they're bringing jobs in daily. Like, poor Jody is busier than she's ever been and doesn't have to leave her home. So we've cut the expense of having to travel. And, I was amazed, Jason, we did a webinar and 180 some sales professionals tune in, and 140 of them stayed for the 3-hour content.
Wow.
And that just moves us like 10 levels ahead in one day. And if we had to call on them individually, you imagine the cost and the time, and that was all over North America and Scotland. And then we have a bright light in our company here named Brock Trimble, who has transformed himself from a plumber into one of the best webinar presenters I've ever seen. He should be, the next Wolfman Jack kind of thing. His voice is made for it. He is doing a tremendous job. And all the knowledge he has, he's been able to share with the people in these webinars. So, he's not just presenting the sales case. They need to know the size of the invert or something. He tells them. But, the 3-month update is, hold on to your hat, because when this is over, we're coming out of here looking great. And next interview we do, I'll be able to give you an update on a fantastic experience with the EPRI program. And that's about as far as I can go with that, but very positive program. And one of the questions all the utilities asked was, why haven't we heard of this company?
Wow.
So when I think about it, the day we talked to you about hiring you guys to help us with our social media presence, it was brilliant, because I get probably 10 connections a day on LinkedIn from builders and stuff now. So truly appreciate what you guys have done. And we're now working on our new website with all the key, I'm an old fart, so I don't understand all these links and stuff, but people are searching for Sharc, they find 10 pages of Sharc. If they're searching for the solution to climate change, we don't show up for, whenever.
Yeah.
So we're busy getting that under control, and a nice stream of projects coming in. Like, it's been a good opportunity for engineers to catch up on their drawings, and we're really excited about the final quarter of 2020 and then on into 2021. So it's made us shore up every part of our business, from controlling our expenses. We got in all our applications for government money, and we've been successful. So we're in great shape to come through this and come out of it smelling like a rose. And then the sewage business, that's not easy.
There's a lot you said there, and it's funny you put a great spin on it. But to give people some insight, obviously, we help you a ton on LinkedIn and some other stuff. Like you've said, your engagement since we started to today is up 800%. That's pretty crazy, right? Obviously, I understand starting from relatively nothing, but still pretty insane growth in a short-ish period of time. And like you said, we're finding builders. You find all sorts of the communications that I'm seeing you have are amazing. I know you've mentioned many times that you've been having great chats, great calls, great messages, which is fantastic. And like you said, you thought you were a salesman but you have all these people around you. Then there's so many different types of sales and different elements people bring in, like this webinar you said, we're having, a plumber come in and being able to talk the language of, this is actually how I set it up and this is why it's great and how easy it is. It goes that extra mile. And it's funny, sales is obviously a core part of the business, so it's great having, Jody, like you said, and these other people coming on, really getting you to that next level. You guys were the perfect storm, in my opinion, from an interest level, investment level, where you guys had an amazing product. You just didn't have people who knew about you. And so, you guys focused on what you were good at, and then everyone else you started buckling on. That was, a fantastic addition to the team. And I definitely agree, Sharc is moving to the next level. And, something I'd love to talk to you about is from an infrastructure standpoint, like you're mentioning pipes earlier, some other stuff. But is there anything else that stood out that you'd love to kind of re-say to someone who might just be hearing about Sharc recently?
Yeah. I think I think the key for me in coming out of the pandemic and Sharc going forward is that we're just a different company. We are so focused on sales, we're so focused on production, and we're so focused on making the best piece of equipment in the world. We're going to be successful, and we've now put the people in place to make that happen.
That's awesome. Well, I think that's a great end to this video. Obviously we'll see everyone next week as well. If there's any questions, anything people want to see in future videos, make sure to drop them in the Telegram and we'll discuss them.
You bet. And thanks, Jason. Good to have you on board. And we're all thinking of Michael there fighting the pandemic in New York City.
There you go.